Hello, you are with me, Manny, and the other man, Shorsh, and this is the Bean Cells podcast where Beanie Boys banter about brutal bops. How you doing today, Shorsh?
You finally said the line. I've been waiting for you forever to say the line where Beanie Boys banter about brutal bops.
I said it last week.
You've never said it. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I was just reveling in the trivium lore.
Yeah, no, you're anything that wasn't like immediately to do with Matt Heafy was just straight over the head last week. We were both head first. But now, how you been doing, man?
Pretty good. Aside from literally just as we discussed, the fucking busted up fingers and arm, but otherwise pretty good.
Tell our audience how you managed to hurt yourself, because it is quite amusing.
Right, the fingers is acceptable because we had fucking PE and it was basketball. I enjoy basketball.
How tall are you now?
6'1".
Yeah, I mean you're now taller than me, so it's like you're sprouting up. So yeah, you're gonna be built for basketball. But yeah, of course you enjoy it.
Yeah, the ball was a bit too high and I went to reach for it. But the thing is because it was too high still, it didn't hit the palm of my hand. It wound up hitting my fingers and bending them back. So they're pretty swollen. And as far as my shoulder goes, I don't know if any bruising shows up on camera. It's probably a bit gone now. Oh, it's a bit blue, but it doesn't really show up on camera. Someone at our school was walking around with just a sign, a staff assembly point sign, and they plonked it on a puddle just outside of where we have to be, and everyone was like, "Oh, who's gonna jump on it? Who's gonna go surfing?" And I was like, I didn't even announce it. I just sort of walked up to it, went a few steps back, and then jumped from the end of the puddle onto this sign. Now the thing is this sign was wet because it was not afloat, right?
Like, this you couldn't get much in the way of traction on this wet sign.
And because it had a bump on it as well, right? There was a big bump on the sign. I must have slipped and gone over this bump, and then fell off to the side, and I fell into a puddle. First of all, that was the first thing that I noticed. I was like, I mean, it was funny. I found it funny. Dumb shit you do as kids.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was fucking stoked, and I was shivering cold afterwards because it wasn't exactly the warmest of days. And then after a few seconds afterwards, I was like, my elbow's starting to hurt. Yeah, this hurts pretty bad. And for the next few days, it wound up moving up to my shoulder and everything. So I've had a fun time.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're using your time in the education, the educational resource of this country well, mate. But legitimately, I've forgotten most of the things I learned at school, but I remember half the hijinks. So I do feel you there. That is more exciting than anything I have done this week. It's still lockdown life. I don't want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. It will be the worst podcast ever. I'm sure there's a million other sort of smaller podcasts. I'm just nothing to do this week. Yeah, we get the point. But that's the reason why I thought it would be a good idea to make ourselves miss live music even more than we already do, right? Even more than we already do by booking a fantasy bloody festival. I thought that would be a good idea. So we've spent a bit of time just conjuring up our own little festival, and I thought we needed some ground rules to keep everything sort of in check, and so we didn't just go all over the place from being mental or anything. Right, so at this festival that we are booking, this fancy festival, we are allowed to book whatever bands we want, but we can't go too overboard with bands that are not around with us anymore. There has to be at least some. I haven't said a specific number of bands that have to be around or don't have to be around. It can't be all I'm going to bring back Acid Bath and Pantera and all of these other bands that don't exist anymore.
That sounds like a good festival right there, Acid Bath and Pantera. Yeah, that's sick.
Oh, well, you've been
you just spoiled it for everyone, did you? Jesus fucking Christ. I brought back Pantera, but I didn't bring back Acid Bath.
So. Yeah, but, right? So I've we've got 3 stages, each of us. And so you've got the main stage, and then you've got another 2 stages, which are just like, you know, offshoots. And there's 3 days. And on your main stage, every day you have 4 bands, and on the other 2 stages, every day you have 3 bands. So like we've gone that's our size limit, and I've left the rest basically up to us as to what we want to do with it, what themes we want to have, what groupings of bands we want to have. I wanted there to be a fair amount of creative freedom involved. Yeah, I've actually been a bit like taken up with a lot of different things, so mine's a little bit like conjured up right at the last minute. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I conjured mine up in 15 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
Record, then we didn't record.
But to be honest, I almost like think that that makes it more fun, because if you sit down and go like, okay, which bands are going to be able to tour around the late end of July, and they have to be compatible with one another, like, this is a fantasy booking, you know what I mean? A part of the fun is just like going off of what your gut tells you would be good.
The spontaneity of it is pretty good, because it's the most genuine you're gonna get, because it's like, okay, just slap it onto a fucking piece of paper though.
Yeah. I've tried to have a good balance of like an actual festival and like having some element of booking logic, and some like bringing in some bands that are going to actually be a pull to like bring people in, you know what I mean? So I've gone for that, and there's also just some stuff I put on there because it's like, I want to see them. They've never played ever. I want to see them. I never got the chance. Yeah. So, you know, it's a good mix of like, you know, some level of like being realistic about it and just pure self-indulgence. But anyway, right. It is my understanding that you have used the wonders of technology to help us envision your vision for your perfect festival. If you've got the screen share, literally in the last 5 minutes, you've knocked this up with the wonders of PowerPoint. Man, we really are going back to school today. Like, gang
school. Thank you for giving me Office 365.
Man, that's a pretty decent freebie. I mean, I on my old computer I did pirate a Microsoft Office once, but we don't tell anyone about that.
You pirate everything.
Yeah, I pirate some things and then I buy them if I love them. I'm not a complete scoundrel, but but yes, you've used the wonders of PowerPoint to illustrate for us today. So I'm going to let you get started on us, if you don't mind getting the lovely presentation up.
No, I do not.
All right.
Just to say, by the way, we're going to go with the flow here, as we always do on the Bean Cells podcast. It's never planned.
All right, then.
All right. So first part of my PowerPoint says Festi, a mix-up of shit. I did say this was knocked up in the first 5 minutes, in the last 5 minutes, and I had no idea what to call the first page. So I just called it Festi. And
to be fair, it does the job. Like it nicely like illustrates what we can expect. A mix-up of shit. If
I did have a festival, I probably would call it this. I probably would call it this if I had a festival, just a mix-up of shit. So,
mate, you've sold me already.
Give me the tickets. I'll go with the first bands. So this is stage 1. So this is my one that will have 4 bands on it. And as well, it's going to be the biggest stage with on the first day.
All right, then.
Hopefully. Come on. Don't fuck with me now, lad.
Come on. Be kind.
Oh, I've just...
It's day 1, stage 1. Oh, right. Okay, sweet. Oh, mate. Okay, so this is like a classic metal day.
Right. I thought first stage, we might as well go for the ones that everyone at least loves one of these bands. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the 2 biggest like classic heavy metal bands from the UK and the 2 biggest classic heavy metal bands from the US.
Wait. 3. I hate to piss on your parade. 3 of these are from the US.
3 of these. Oh yeah, shit. Wait, what?
No, it's all good though, man. These are all like seminal metal bands. Like without question, these are all like so important.
Which wait.
So Dio is from the US. Every other band is UK.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that, lad.
Which one did you think was from the US?
Oh,
That's all right. It's all right. It happens
mate,
to the
I
best of
feel
us.
like such a dumbass. Yeah, for some reason in my head, Black Sabbath clocked is from the US, but that was because Dio singing Black Sabbath for a little bit. So that just
Yeah,
confused the
yeah.
shit out of me.
No, I can understand that. No, they're from Birmingham.
Yeah, I know.
Tommy on is like, yeah, I've sawed off my finger once. That's why I had to down shit. No,
And
I'm
then
not going to try
you
that.
tune to it, yeah.
But this is fucking solid.
Definitely
Like
don't.
you get
Right.
this is how you get the boomer ticket. And I mean, they've got a lot of like disposable income.
There's a lot of them. And the thing is that you don't even have to waste so much money on them. They're gonna buy like 6 beers and just stay there for this one show, and the rest of them they're gonna fuck off for because they're not really gonna be interested in the rest of the bands. That's for sure.
Yeah, no. Getting all of these together on one day. I mean, even the youngins are gonna want to get a piece of this because these are all of these are like seminal. Like every single one of these are like so utterly important and. Fucking like you're somehow getting Black Sabbath back for one final show, even though they called it quits. That in itself, massive festival draw. Like Judas Priest are on fucking amazing form at the moment. Maiden have like one of the biggest audiences in music in general. And Dio, he's come back from the grave somehow. So this is wonderful.
Not the shitty hologram Dio they were fucking talking about. No, Dio's remains. Please.
Being puppeteered from above by people above the stage.
Yeah, I mean, people from my next few bands will be able to use Dio's remains for their show because it would work very well. Anyways.
All right. Okay.
Anything else to say about my amazing choice here?
No, I think we covered it. I think that is a classic metal like bonanza. I couldn't imagine anyone being disappointed with that with the first day. Right, so
so are we moving on to your first stage?
Yeah. We'll do it like that. All right, so take it off the screen share so they can see my lovely face. Right. Okay. So my main stage, my main stage, I have decided to call the cheesy beans for measly teens stage, which I was quite proud.
Actually named his.
I did indeed. So your day one.
Wait, can we just indulge in that? Say it a little bit slower. Can we just please indulge in that?
All right. I'll every syllable. I'll just do it right. Cheesy beans for measly teens.
All right. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I said cheesy beans in my head. I was
that's
like,
a banger of a title, people.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of it. I'm also quite proud of my bookings. And what's interesting is that we've taken the direct opposite approach for the first day. So basically, I've decided I'm going to go with hype bands who are young and really fucking are a pull because they're new hot prospects. The first one's Code Orange. I don't know. Do you like Code Orange at all? Are you a fan of Code Orange?
I've never listened to Code Orange, so I cannot say.
All right, I think they're really fucking good, but they are a fucking full-on hype band, right? They are they're being treated as heavy music's next prospects. People are kind of going, "Oh, these guys are the next Slipknot," which no, I don't think they are, but they're definitely bringing some heat involved. I think that I fucking really want to see how their new album goes live. Secondly, we've got Power Trip, which rest in peace Riley Gale, but
Riley Gale comes back from the grave. That would be excellent. They didn't win at the Grammys for best metal performance. Fuck you, Grammys.
I like Body Count, right? I think Body Count are good, but the fact that fucking both Code Orange and Power Trip were up for that Grammy and neither of them got it is bollocks. It was last year, Code Orange were up for it then as well, and fucking Mastodon got it. Mastodon should have got it a decade ago. You know what I mean? I don't mind Mastodon,
but kind of a bit stale now.
Yeah, they have, but this is the thing. That Grammy could be such a good platform for for like an upcoming upstart band. Like, you know what I mean? It could be such a good fucking like sent to the stratosphere, but no, they have to give it to the boring, safe old choice. But anyway, we're not talking about that. So to keep things like proper metal, I've gone Black Breath. Have you heard Black Breath before? Because
no, I've heard Black Tongue.
oh mate, I fucking love them. But mate, you would fucking love Black Breath. They're like a mix of like Entombed, like early Sepultura, and a hardcore vocalist. It's fun, mate. They're like legitimately, they are riff-tastic. Like legitimately, then they yeah, absolutely sick.
Yeah, hardcore vocals in like death metal style goes hard. Just look at Mortal Decay.
But yeah, exactly. Like, and that yeah, no, I fucking need to see these live. So it's partially for me, but they've gotten they're like one of the big bands really pushing that kind of hardcore plus Entombed thing, and they're my favorite, and they're fucking sick. And my final booking, I've got a little bit off to this isn't a metal band really. They are more of a hardcore band, but Turnstile, like just like literally like one of the coolest young bands going, like they're fucking sick live, and like they've got a really passionate young fan base, and they are the fucking yeah, they're like one of hardcore's biggest fucking prospects. But I would get them to only play things off of the second to last album, because it's fucking crunchy. Not that I didn't like the most recent one, it's well good, but it's not quite heavy enough. But anyway, that's all of mine. I'll say them all again: Code Orange, Power Trip, Black Breath, and Turnstile. What do you reckon of that?
Out of those bands, I've only really listened to Power Trip.
Oh yeah,
but I dig Power Trip.
Yes.
As should any person. If you don't like Power Trip, you've obviously got some issues there.
Yeah, no, I like if someone said to me they were a metal fan and they didn't like Power Trip, I'd just be like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, like that is my first stage. Right, get us back onto the screen share.
Oh no, I actually I've got to say, as I'm loading this up, I think Code Orange was also a good choice, because that's going to draw people in, because as you say, they're very much like a hype band.
Yeah, they are massively. Right, so moving on.
Just let my computer stop shitting itself right now.
Yeah, no, I will do. I can relate. My laptop is an old, battered fucking OAP.
Everything just went for a fucking few seconds there. All right, am I going to be able to? Hey, no, I'm back. Hold on, let me see whether I can actually change this slide though.
Yeah, no, that would be very helpful.
Give it a few. Yes.
Oh,
all right.
There we go.
Day one, stage 2. This is one where, yeah, this was like purely out of self-indulgence.
Mate, nah, this is fucking excellent. I can see what you're going for here, and I am all about it. Right, talk me through it.
Right. So my concept for this stage was, for this part of it was bands who use gore on stage as much as fucking possible.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Gore, I mean, dude just fucking like shoots cum out of his like fucking weird fish dick, right?
Yeah.
And
I've always wanted to see him live. I'm gutted that I can't see it with Dave Rocky.
No, it would be sick. Fucking, they're all in huge costumes and shit like that. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be with Odorous Urungus, right? Because
rest in fucking peace. Yeah, no, I'll drink to that, man, 100%.
Yeah. I'll hit a.
Something for that, man.
There we go. I'll hit a snare for that, man.
Yes, that'll do.
Then afterwards, we've also got Ghoul on here. Now, if you don't know Ghoul, it's once again a very like taking inspiration from Gua, and they are super fucking sick, man. I mean, they've all got like,
and I really like them. They're really fun.
Yeah, Ghoul's fucking sick. I mean, it's like pretty thrashy. They have some like a few like death metal songs, and lots of it's death thrash as well. Yeah. But on stage, they're super fun. I remember seeing a video on YouTube of them at Obscene Extreme, which I need to go to an Obscene Extreme Fest at one point. Those things are insane. And I'm pretty sure like the fucking point of the show was that the members of Ghoul were all going to be arrested for different crimes they committed. Like one of them's committed like public indecency. One of them's like been buying loads of drugs and shit. And on the stage, whilst the singer went, I mean, not singer because they're all playing instruments, right? There's just this fucking police officer with a bat on, just going around and beating the shit out of them as they're playing. And they've all got like these head masks, like these fucking what do you call it? Fucking what's the material?
I think I know what you're fucking on about.
It's kind of like straw. Like it's kind of like a straw bag over like a sandbag over their head.
Right.
And then afterwards we've also got Exhumed, who I fucking love this band.
Yeah.
This band is fucking sick. So this is probably my favorite out of these three. I mean, anything with Matt Harvey inside of it is just, it's going to be a fucking banger.
Absolutely.
And as well, now I would love to see Exhumed more than ever because Ross Sewage came back with them back in 2017, right? I know it was a while ago, but at least they've got fucking Ross Sewage back. And that guy's so cool. I mean, his gurgles are just insanely like rancid.
I think I prefer your impression of his gurgles to his actual gurgles though. Like, because you send me videos on Messenger where you just like get a mouthful of water.
That's not what I meant by gurgles. No, I mean his low like gutturals. That's what I mean, gutturals. But yeah, otherwise, because they're like almost very burpy. But yeah, the gurgles in the song Dead End on the album Death Revenge. Whenever I listen to that song, I always need a drink near me just so as I can do that fucking gurgling part that they do. It's fucking sick.
Blue Goal. Nah, excellent. And I'm going to name your stage because I just thought of one. The Gore Galore stage.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, the Gore Galore stage.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, and it's just going to be like if you like get into the first like 3 front rows, you have to sign a waiver.
Covered in blood.
You have to sign a waiver because your clothes are going to get fucking ruined with fake blood.
Wear a white t-shirt. Trust me, it's a great idea. They'll be blue. They'll be fucking blue immediately afterwards because the like fake blood that they use turns blue. So yeah, that's my second stage of the first day. I want to be there. That's a proper banger. So first day for second stage. So my second stage is called the Vanta Black Necro Death stage, and this is where I've basically put all of the extreme shit is on this stage, and I think you will enjoy my day one pickings because day one's death metal day, and I've decided, like, again, for me, this is kind of like a good mix of bands I really want to see and also bands that I think are going to have a pull. So yeah.
Opening up, Sanguine Sugar Bog, because they're great fucking fun.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sanguine Sugar Bog is the shit, and the whole of the internet will agree with us, aside from the ones that say, oh no, Maggot Stomp's banned just because they're fucking becoming big, even though they're not on Maggot Stomp anymore, are they? On Century Media, but otherwise, Sanguine Sugar Bog.
Some people that are just like, this band is a fucking like just a troll to sell merch. I'm just like, they've got sick fucking tunes, but big like big upcoming band that's going to be a lot of fun. Like I just think that's a good shout.
Have you seen one of their live shows?
Like I've seen one on the internet and it was hilarious. It was like
Devin Swank's a fucking jokester all the time. I mean, their vocalist. Obviously, he does the thing where he gets the crowd to go, "I am my own, come, I am my own, come." Shit like that. That's exactly. Fucking great. And then
what else do you possibly want?
And then like my favorite part is that he says something along. I'm very much ad-libbing here, but he says something along the lines like, "Yo, who saw us last time we came around here?" And people go, "Woo!" And after he goes, "Yo, who saw us last time we came to this place?" And people go, "Woo!" And he goes, "That was the same fucking question, you idiots."
Exactly. You know what I mean? They come out, they get the fucking crowd in a good mood. It's nice and brutal, but it's also good old fashioned perverse fun.
It's fun as well. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But then we move on to the second booking, which is very much based on like recently seeing a live stream. Is Devourment. Now I saw seeing them on that Frozen Soul thing.
Yeah, the
Legitimately
Wrecking
made.
Ball Metal
I mean
Madness.
that's one of the most impressive like metal sets I've seen in quite a long time. It like made my fucking jaw drop. Right, like I legitimately was just like, what the fuck? This band is fucking
Mate,
inhuman. So
Devourment alone makes my fucking jaw drop. I mean, just that
yeah,
drummer, man, he's so fucking sick. I mean, he
ridiculous.
loves using the fucking gravity blast where you take your stick and you just go on the fucking side of the rim.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, is
And
that
their vocalist is mental.
Yeah, no, they are nuts. I mean, that performance like absolutely tore my jaw off. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I just think like, yeah, you get people warmed up with a bit of sanguisuga bog, and then like, yeah, the playtime's over, boys and girls. Like you're getting crushed. Sorry.
Who's gonna beat Devourment? Who's gonna fucking beat Devourment?
Be so? I know what you mean, right? So like, you get the fucking full like blast of brutality.
Oh, and after he's gonna tone it down, and then it really blasts you at the end.
Yeah, exactly, right. But my third booking, right, which I think like I've never seen these guys live, but I've seen plenty of live videos, and I think they're brilliant live in terms of musicianship, and they bring like a really cool like themed element to their show. Is Nile? What do you reckon? Like, not Nile to finish off the day, because they are always unfucking real live, and you get it's not quite as brutal, but it's got that grand like kind of presentation which goes over so well in the live show. So like they get to I just think that as a fucking 3-pronged attack, like that's I was pretty pleased with that, considering I came up with that.
Also, I love it when fucking Carl Sanders just goes, "Anoint my phallus," like with a fucking straight face. Like, however he manages to say that with a straight face is beyond me.
Yeah,
I would be laughing. They made a shirt with that on it, and it's like,
Mate, to be fair, I think I might need to buy one of those just to stand in solidarity with you with your sandwich sugar bog. I eat my own cum, longy. You know, we can just be like death metal cock boys. That sounds wrong. I wish I'd never said that. But look, let's carry on. Let's pretend I never said that. Right.
All right.
What is your next one? Bring up the screen share. Bring it up.
Share the screen. Share the screen. Stop shitting yourself, computer. There we go. Share. Right.
Right. Now I'm interested.
Right. So this is the final stage. Hold on a minute. There we go. We're back. This is my final stage. Now, some of you may not recognize these guys, but what it is this is the official new wave of British thrash bands. It's the big three of British, like small big thrash bands, is what they like to call themselves. And I fully agree with them, because they have they've gained some traction lately. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fucking PowerPoint messed up the actual lineup. You'd think Blacklist is last, but no. So you start off with Thrasher Wolf, the bunch of fucking furries.
Really?
We don't actually know. No, it's just it's a joke. Because obviously you know UK Thrashers, right? The podcast UK Thrashers.
I've watched one, but I haven't gone into it. But I know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was on there for the Christmas like Q&A with these three bands, because anyone could join, and I decided I'd join. Like 99.9% of it, it's all edited out in the actual thing, because he actually edits it, unlike us. But 99.9% of that was just bullying Thrasher Wolf for being fucking furries. Because I mean, when you call yourself Thrasher Wolf and your actual fucking mascot is a furry, it is a fucking wolf rather. You haven't got much of a You haven't got much of a defense system, have you?
No,
But personally, I don't know what these guys are like live, because obviously they're small, so there's not really, if they have played before, there isn't really many videos, and if they haven't, then they haven't, because COVID's a fucking bitch.
right.
But they'll probably definitely be fun. They're definitely like a thrash band, but they have got some like interesting parts to their music where they go a little bit cleaner and stuff like that. So
Cool.
yeah, it'd be definitely fun, and as well just to be able to shout at them for being fucking furries.
I'm sure they really
I've run
love
that into the
George,
ground
mate.
already now, haven't I?
I'm sure they'd be super
Oh, they
appreciative
do.
of that
Trust me. The guy, Dan from this band, fucking, he loves it, man. They say it all the time, and he always just laughs. Also, he drinks white wine. Come on, man. That's like,
I'm not much of a wine guy. Like shit doesn't agree with me, but you know.
no, but you can't call yourself thrash and drink white wine on a fucking like
To
thing
be
that's gonna
fair,
be
most
live-streamed.
thrashers are really indiscriminate about what they drink. If it's alcoholic, yes. Like I don't think.
It's true.
You know
Fair
what I mean?
enough.
Like give me anything, you know. But yeah, like to be fair, like drinking cans of piss is pretty thrash. But
yeah, because that was Hanneman's favorite beer, right? So
it was indeed. Like, it was indeed. Well pointed out. But yeah, we've got Thrasher Wolf. Who's next?
then after that, we go on to Blacklist. These
Cool.
guys are also very good. They've also got something new coming out. I'm pretty sure they've played a live show, but I cannot confirm that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they bring it live, because I mean they're some pretty fucking solid thrash. I haven't really delved into Blacklist as much as I have these two other bands, because I don't know, I just haven't yet. But they're, I mean, the main point of this stage was to get these new big thrash bands from our country, like a good place to start. Because I mean, if you're gonna play on the same day as Dio, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, and Judas Priest, that's gonna bring a crowd.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. You've got an audience that's going to be curious.
And then we end it with How Affected.
Oh yeah.
If it isn't apparent yet, I really wait. Can you not see it? Is my fucking face in the way of this?
Slightly, a little
Is that
bit.
better?
I think so. Well, I've moved you down on my screen. If it's, we'll see. But yeah, that is.
Oh right, okay.
Logo.
It's yeah. All right, yeah. I'm pretty sure my screen will be the one that's being recorded. Anyways, yes, How Affected. If it isn't apparent, I really fucking like these guys. Guys in the band are pretty cool. And I'm sure they just fucking bring it. I mean, they do bring it live. Sorry, they do bring it live. They absolutely do. Liam's up there just fucking doing his like shit as fucking well as he can.
Yeah.
What else is going on, man? Fucking, I mean, the guitars sound ripping. The bass, because obviously they're a 3-piece. The bass is just like it's fucking
beefy.
It's hench, beefy bass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bass solos as well, and I'm not sure what their new drummer's going to be like. Apparently, so it's some Irish don that's going to be playing for them now. But we'll see how that goes.
I mean, I checked out their album.
So yeah.
Because you brought them onto the metal roundup that we did, and then I listened to all the albums that you put forward. So I did actually like give them a listen, and yeah, mate, that is a good load of fun. Like black and thrash for me is something which I'm always.
Do you see what I mean by Liam Scream now though? Do you see what I mean by Liam Scream?
He has a
I thought that was artificial.
No, he does have a really cool, like he manages to be shrill and also bellow at the same time, which is like that's not easy.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to do bits of that before. Where you have that kind
apparently, so that's like just apparently so that's just like he just got drunk and started screaming, and that's what came out. So that's what
man, I mean, it might not be the most
and if that's what
professional
happens,
technique, but sometimes the best shit isn't. So,
but it definitely worked, man. I'm glad he did it like that, because he makes some fucking good sounds with that mouth. Anyway,
absolutely.
that is my wait, I've just realized I wrote day 1, stage 2. This is my stage 3. I did look this up in 5 minutes.
I get you. That is your stage 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
all right.
Lovely.
Moving on to your stage 3 now.
All right. So my stage 3, my third stage is called the Room of Doom, I think that
Oh, I can see where this is going.
yeah, and you get what it says on the tin, like a can of beans, right? But yeah, it's the Doom stage because this is where I get to be self-indulgent as shit. But I have
Yeah.
for all of the days, like there is sort of a different edge to all of them. So on the first day, it's the fucking stoner day. So essentially, on that first day, the entire thing is
Oh
going to
no,
be
it's not gonna be
clouded in smoke.
sleep, is it?
No, it's
It's not
not
gonna be
sleep.
sleep, is it?
I'm not as big a
Ah,
fan of sleep as some people, right? No, the first one's Electric Wizard,
you
so
listened to sleep recently.
I'm
Ah, yes, good.
we're being on brand, but it's Electric Wizard because I mean, like they're the fucking kings of this shit, and like there's nothing better to open up your stage than with that fucking tone, just absolutely fucking obliterating everyone. Yeah, I'd like they get to play
That's
through
for
all
sure.
all the classics. You know, like preferably nothing from the last album because I didn't like it, but just riffs, just
When you
fucking
book them, you have to send them an email about that.
yeah, I'm sure they tell me to go fuck myself, knowing those guys. But yeah, they're like it'll be good fun. Secondly, Corrosion of Conformity with the original drummer who has unfortunately passed away because he was a groove meister.
Corrosion of conformity is pretty rad.
Yeah, I fucking love Corrosion of Conformity, man. Like, I especially like the '90s stuff is just unfuckwithable. So like, yeah, bringing those real like sort of like more of a hard rock vibe, maybe to like mellow everyone out a little bit after the fucking obliteration of Electric Wizard. Like that, like you get some nice chill things along with the bluesiness. It's fucking yeah, no, great fucking band. And finally, I get to be super self-indulgent because I'm bringing back from the dead Caius. Have you ever listened to Caius?
Ah, yeah, the one with Josh Homme in it,
Yeah,
right?
Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, his first band.
Yeah, Stone Age.
I
Yeah, and what's it called? Fucking crooked vultures as well.
yeah, exactly. So bringing them back, original lineup, and I want them to play the first 2 albums in order. That's what I want because they are fucking unbelievable. I love those records. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's just going to be that entire stage is going to be cloaked in smoke. It's gonna be a fucking it's just gonna be dudes with fucking long hair.
it's also gonna smell like fucking weed, and that's it, man.
It's gonna smell like skunks and beer and sweat. It's gonna be bloody lovely. But yeah, that's my.
Yeah, the best smells.
But that is that's what I'm going for. So sweet. We're moving on to day 2. All right, so hit
Day
me with
two.
it. Tell me your main stage day 2 bookings.
Just 1 second.
Oh, baby, I'm waiting just 1 second.
Do you
Oh,
realize what I did on my day 2?
it's a Phil day.
Phil is going to be dead after this day. I thought this was hilarious. I was like, Phil's got so many bands. I'm just going to take the best of his 4 bands and just chuck them up on town.
If you are responsible for the death of Phil Anselmo, I will never forgive you. This, at least, no, it is all right though, because right, like. So you open up with Scour. They're like probably the most intense, like vocally, because it's just fucking like black metal shrieking. Then you get to
Yeah.
Pantera.
By the way, like I said, PowerPoint messes up the fucking thing. So yeah, I do open up with Scour. And then after Scour, I'm pretty sure I go down because down's a little bit lighter. And then
Yeah.
after I go Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. And then because obviously everyone wants to fucking see them, Pantera.
All right. It's the Anselmo assault.
No, dude, there's so many fucking bands. I thought this was a brilliant idea, man. It's fucking hilarious, all right?
Yeah,
It was
no,
funny.
I'm sure you'd have to pay him a lot of money, but I'm sure he'd do it. Yeah. Also, this is missing out. Like when he was in Super Joint Ritual. He played guitar on like a fucking Necrophagia album. But these are probably like the four most well known,
biggest ones. Yeah, I think these ones are the biggest one. I mean, maybe Scour isn't as big as Super Joint Ritual, but
yeah,
Scour's a fucking good black metal.
I tell you what, though, I'm fucking there for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all the other stages. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to be able to make it.
Oh, you.
Although we will see, mate. I fucking rate that.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to be at the other stages, honestly. This will be like your whole day. I mean, yeah, you'll just be your whole day here, like just drinking beer and just fucking jam into everything Phil Anselmo does, and just and as well. Look, you look like Phil Anselmo, as you used to. You used to say that you look like the fat Dimebag Darrell, but now you're the fat Anselmo.
Yeah,
so, it works. If Phil does end up dying in the middle of one of these, you can jump up. It'll probably be during Pantera because that's his last one, so you can jump up and fucking jam with him.
You mean I get to front Pantera and live out my 13-year-old dreams?
Dream, yes. And you'll be up there with Dime and Viddy. Like, rip.
I'll be still my beating heart.
Yeah.
No, wonderful. I'm into that. I'm massively into that.
I thought it was a fucking hilarious idea, right?
This is genuinely hilarious.
And by the way, it's very much fantasy because there's no way this would actually happen in real life because I'm pretty sure we would cause Phil Anselmo to have a heart attack.
He would, he would.
I mean, from Scour at the beginning, he probably would because, I mean, have you heard how he screams in Scour?
Oh, it's sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
I love his vocals in that band. Righty-ho. So, anyway, my second day is so this is kind of catering to me, but to quite a specific era in metal. Like people kind of like call it different things, I guess, but to me it's just like the groovy day. So Pantera's not here, right? They're not here. They are on my bill, obviously.
Obviously, because like you love that band. So.
No, really. But yeah, my day two booking. So I start off by bringing back Chimera from the dead. Have you ever listened to Chimera?
Yeah, I haven't listened to Chimera, but I know their drummer because of the Roadrunner United DVD. Because he played with Rob Flynn, and obviously on the DVD he's playing, and holy shit, that's a fucking proficient drummer. I'm pretty sure they changed drummers though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have it with the first drummer?
I know who that'd be because that was in like 2005. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he is. He's mental. Like loads of really mental double bass patterns.
On the track he played, it's like he does this fucking weird ass double bass shit.
But yeah,
and he's also the first guy that taught me how to count in 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 2 3 4. Taught me that to count that way. Then
I've never considered that, and that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, because it goes on to the next bar.
Yeah,
exactly. The next bar.
Exactly. No, I'm doing that from now on. But yeah, speaking of Rob Flynn, I'm booking Machine Head. I thought.
You Jammy Dodger. However, though, please. Hey, actually, I just remembered. This is definitely fantasy because fucking Rob Flynn said Machine Head's never doing a festival ever again because people don't move. We're doing a 3-hour-long show each fucking night. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, I tried
and like 2 hours of that is me fucking rambling on about why politics is bad and why I don't like the president.
Yeah, well, Don't Play Bastards would be on their rider because I don't want to hear that. But
also, please have it so as it's Phil Demmel on guitar.
Yes, yeah, we're having the classic lineup back. I would. It's partially because one of my mates went to go see them when they were touring the Blackening, and he like to this day he says that's the best fucking metal show he's ever seen. So
yeah, I mean, touring after the Blackening, that's sick because the Blackening's a solid album.
Fuck, that was like the first metal classic that dropped while I was into metal. Like when that came out, like I'd only been into metal for like fucking like probably 6 months to a year probably, and that came out and everyone went mental, and I remember listening to it just going
Yeah, it won like whose was it? Kerrang's best metal record of the decade or something like that. Was it Kerrang?
I mean I can see why it's like both fucking new school and old school. It's fucking just great songwriting all the way through. But yeah, I'm gonna have Machine Head with that lineup, with that classic Blackening lineup, and they're only gonna do like a Blackening heavy set list, some other stuff from near around that era.
We need stuff from fucking Davidian, that's for sure.
Yes, we definitely do need some Burn My Eyes.
We need the song Davidian because we all want to fucking shout.
You love the shotgun blast. Yeah, exactly, mate. You can't have a fucking Machine Head show without Davidian, for God's sake. But yeah, we're having that, and then oh god, where the fuck is? Oh god! All right, my next one, especially now that fucking the singer has left, is Fear Factory, right? Because I grew up with Fear Factory. I fucking love them. And I would have them, but I would have them Burton C. Bell in 1996 when he could still sing. Because now, mate, the guy can't fucking sing. He can scream. Oh. He can scream really well. The guy, when he does like the clean choruses, fucks it like every fucking time. Like all the live videos I've seen of them, you know, they have the heavy bits where he's screaming so good, and then he does the clean bit, and it's like you sound like you're fucking dying. Like he just hasn't got it anymore. But
does he sound like M Shadows in City of Evil?
No, he sounds worse. He sounds way
fucking
worse.
Hell. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, no,
that's really bad.
He sounds worse. He can't keep tune, not enough power. But about 1996 era, Burton C. Bell on that thing. Like I'd say keep, because on Mechanized they had Gene Hoglan drumming. Have him, and
everyone's had Gene Hoglan, honestly.
Mate, the guy's one of the best metal drummers of all time. Like he should just
the Atomic Clock.
For fuck's sake, the guy's mental. But yeah, we're gonna have him, and then obviously you got Dino on guitar, and the bassist names escape my brain, but the classic bassist, because he's a big songwriter in the band, especially. So classic lineup except Gene Hoglan, because the guy's a fucking beast, and we're gonna have them just play a good old fashioned greatest hits, and hopefully Dino and Burton can get along with each other, because they fucking hate each other now. But yeah, like that is I would love to see that. I'd love to sing along to like fucking Timeless and like Replica and all those fucking classic 90s metal jams. And then finally, right, we're just going to have a back-to-back industrial metal extravaganza with Strappy Young Lad, because they're no more. Debbie's doing Debbie stuff. And yeah, I just want them to play Alien and City back-to-back. Just front to back, like fucking with Evie doing his old school, like, get down there and suck my buddy's cock.
Yeah, can we also have him when he was trying to have hair, but he still had a fucking huge head? Can we have him when he was trying to have hair?
The skullet.
Yeah, with his fucking skullet dreadlocks. Didn't he have skullet dreadlocks or something?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was sick, Davey. I'm pretty sure he cannot grow hair now, but otherwise,
he's the only human being in history to ever make that look cool. No one else has ever looked. Yeah, but we're having.
That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, we're having Strapping on our back. Where it's just we're gonna have a sick time, and they're gonna play City and Alien back to back. Even though those albums are the sound of a bipolar person completely losing their fucking minds, and I wouldn't actually wish that on now healthy Debbie to play those records. This is a fantasy booking, and it's all for me. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna get pissed and listen to a man scream about like how mathematics are in charge of the whole universe. So yeah. That's sort of like my 90s groove.
Sounds like fun.
Industrial day, because I think that sounds like good fun. Right then, what is your day 2 main stage festival look like thingy looking like?
Day 2, stage 2, you mean, you dumb?
Yes, that is exactly.
It's not my main stage.
Exactly.
All right, let's get over to it. boom. It's not the big Teutonic Four, but it's the best of the big Teutonic Four. Because I mean, sure, Tankard's fun, but they sing only about fucking beer, whereas these guys actually have cohesive lyrics.
Yes, they do. They do.
But yeah, so it's not going in this order. Basically, Destruction and Sodom would swap. So it goes Destruction first, Sodom, and then Creator. Because I'm pretty sure Creator is probably the biggest of them.
Yeah,
but I would say
definitely.
Sodom's better, in my opinion. But I thought I would turn the tables because I'm pretty sure like most people would think, oh yeah, I'm gonna have what I think the big four of American thrash should be. It's definitely not what it actually is. And that's what I did have in the beginning, but after I realized I've only got 3 bands to play with here, and I prefer German thrash. So we're going with German thrash.
You're a Teutonic boy.
Yeah. It's closer to my French blood, even though we didn't really like each other during the wars. But moving on.
we put that aside for the love of the metal. Yeah, no, this is a shout.
Just put each other, just fucking be beer drinking twats. Except we don't have tankards, so it's impossible.
That's all right, mate. You can definitely. That's a great time.
Oh yeah. So I mean, Destruction, pretty fucking straightforward, like German thrash, the rawest sound of it. Sodom, I mean, their last album was fucking incredible. The one that they released last year. That's not what I'm trying to fucking say. Released last year. Was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was well fucking good.
And you can just fucking jam out to like Agent Orange stuff. Fucking M16. The album's really good. Vietnamese war type stuff.
I think
and that offers you get the album M16. It's the one with Napalm in the Morning on it.
All right, I'll have to. That's part of my homework, and I'll let you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good album. But and then afterwards we end up with Creator because they're probably the most mainstream. I hate to say this because I feel like such a fucking twat, but I think Pleasure to Kill is their best album. So lots of Pleasure to Kill for me.
For the time, in terms of like genuinely fucking nasty thrash, it holds up.
Yeah. Like also, I think I really fucking like it as well because I remember I heard the name Creator and I was in a HMV and I saw a like something like year anniversary of Creator or something like that of that album. I think it's 20 years of it, and it had like all information on all about the songs and everything like that. So I was like, oh yeah, this is interesting. I've heard people talk about this, and I decided to grab it. Took the CD, put it in the car, and obviously because that's like a really raw recording. Everything's raw. It was like the first album that my mom ever went no, and just made me fucking take the CD out.
No,
she just wasn't having it at that time. I mean, nowadays she has to listen to worse shit because I definitely listen to way rawer shit than Creators.
Yeah, just a bit, mate.
Just a tad, just a fucking tad. I'm not really listening to black metal in the car yet, but that was the first album where she just went no. So it holds a special place in my heart.
It was the first one that made your mum go, yeah, no, fucking turn off. Yeah, those ones always do hold a special place.
Yeah, my fucking dad's a bit of a bitch because my mum really likes Trivium, right? And I thought my dad would enjoy them because he enjoys like Slipknot a lot. But I remember I put on Trivium and he was like, no, I don't like it. It's too much screaming. I'm like, what the fuck?
My best story of this description is one time I was listening to Anal Nathrak of my speakers. Yeah, great fucking band. I was listening to them, and my dad walked by my room and just stuck his head in, listened to it. He was just like, "Are you listening to this because you like it?" I was like, "Yeah." He was just like, "Do people possess the ability to enjoy this?" He was like, "Because this just sounds like people trying to be as horrible as possible." I was like, "Yes, that's exactly what it is."
Hey, I know Frack has some fucking melody in it. I know.
I think I was listening to Eschaton, so like that's when they get heavy.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It's literally just.
Yeah, mate, your mic just fucking died when you did that.
Well, no, that's an accurate representation of what those vocals are like. So, I mean,
Unless you were listening to the album with dubstep on it, that's not. Yeah,
I don't mind some of that. I think it works, but yeah, it's not 100% the best. But yeah, that is a fucking excellent German thrash lineup.
German thrash lineup.
And also ending on Creator, their fucking live show is incredible. Like
oh yeah, they are so fucking good. They are actually really good live.
They got a massive show with loads of pyro and like they really bring.
He's a fun guy on stage, and I know when they play one of the songs on Pleasure to Kill, I'm pretty sure it's the song Pleasure to Kill. Man, it just sounds fucking nasty. Sounds so nasty.
Yeah.
Delicious. They're definitely more melodic now, and that's fun to watch live. I mean, I'm not a fan of listening to more melodic stuff like when I'm just sitting there, but when you're in a live show, you can actually feel it and you can sing to it and shit. That's fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of more recent Creator as well. I think the whole melodic element is something I do thoroughly enjoy. It's like their evolution has been fucking excellent. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
They are my favorite out of those three. Although to be honest with you, I'm a little bit ignorant of a lot of Destruction. I know I've heard them.
Yeah.
But I haven't.
I've listened to a good few bits of Destruction, but not as much as I've listened to Creator or even Sodom, because, like I say, Sodom's where it's at for me. But yeah,
I'll have to get on some Destruction.
That was my day 2, stage 2. I actually got it right down there.
All right, excellent, good going. Right, let me just get my my day 2 on my second stage. All right, so the day 2 on the Vanta Black Necro Death stage, we're sticking to the first part of the name this time. We're getting black metal as fuck, right? It's the black metal day. So I thought opening up, right, we're having Suffering Hour because I just want to hear them play stuff off their last 2 albums. And I think they would. I
listened to Suffering Hour recently for the first time.
What did you think?
Spotify made me. Yeah, it's good.
yeah. I'm glad you liked it. Do you see what I mean? Like the sort of the really like they've got that weird twisted atmosphere in the
for sure.
Yeah, man, fucking excellent. Like, but I've been obsessed with them, so that's a really fucking self-indulgent booking on my part. I just want to see, especially stuff off the most recent record. I really want to see them play some of that stuff, and I think they would set the tone really well. They've got enough in the way of like hooks to get people involved, but they're also really dense. I wonder how that would go over outside though, because that's the thing with like musically dense bands sometimes, and like outside environments. It doesn't quite translate. But fuck it, mate. Like, it's the black metal stage. We're not here to compromise.
Yeah, it has to be fucking black metal. I mean, black metal wasn't proud of itself of sounding good, so it doesn't really matter.
No, exactly. And then secondly, is a band I got put onto about a year ago called Funeral Mists. And I'm putting these guys up here because I think he's probably my favorite black metal vocalist. I can't remember his name, which is hilarious that he's my favorite black metal vocalist. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he is.
That's really funny.
Yeah, no, he's fucking unbelievable. I'm actually gonna Google this really quickly while I talk, but he's his vocals are fucking phenomenal, and I would love to see how he pulled that off live. I can only imagine with his vocal style, it would work as Daniel Rosson? I don't fucking know, but yeah, he's fucking fantastic. I know he's been in other bands, but I'm such a massive fan of his vocal work in that band. I can only imagine him like getting to the front of the stage and throwing the claw and like giving the evil eye to the fucking audience attendees, man. Plus, that like I just love to see them play live.
Who doesn't want to throw a claw, man?
Like, hey, come on! There's nothing better to do when you fucking listen to some blast beats. You
cast
know what I mean?
Spells onto the audience, even. Audience.
Exactly. Some good old fashioned hexes, and then finally
look at the vocalist for Warbringer.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'll tell you what, I missed a trick by not booking them because I love Warbringer. But final acts on the day 2 of the Vanta Black Necro Death stage. is immortal. So there has to be a big pull.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's
And we're having immortal with a buff. So obviously he's left now to sort of do his own thing. But we are having him reunite.
didn't he go, or was that in a buff show where he went fucking insane and just like threw his guitar out to the crowd? Was that an above show?
He has been long struggling with alcoholism. He very often he would turn up to shows just absolutely cunted. Like I know you shouldn't say that word, but he would turn up to shows just absolutely obliterated and like he's long been suffering with alcohol. I think he's gotten help for it now, but I think that was part of the reason why he left Immortal, because his drink guy likes to drink maybe a bit too much. But we're having them reconcile. He's rejoining Immortal, and they're playing all the classic stuff, and it is gonna be glorious. And I'm gonna be there like by the side of the stage. This is my festival, just doing this for the entire time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful. And I think that's a very icy day. Like hopefully the weather gets really fucking cold, so you can feel the chill. And
I hope you booked another fucking icy band.
No, I didn't book Frozen Soul. I didn't book Frozen Soul.
I know.
Do you know how close I was to booking Frozen Soul? But I was too happy with my three-pronged death metal booking on the first day. I thought that was well good. And
but you could have done it on another one. You could have done it on another one.
Yeah, but like you'll see what I've done. You'll see what I've done. It's all right. But moving on. So we are now on the second day, third stage, and we are for us.
This is probably before I go into this is probably my stage where maybe I wasn't thinking straight, because in hindsight this isn't excellent, but it might make sense. You might agree with me. You might agree with me.
All right. No, I'm
Oh, you can't actually see the other logo. Oh no, it's there now. Okay.
Oh, mate, no, this makes perfect sense. I know exactly what you've done here. I know exactly what you've done. And
right, so I've got
fair fucking play. Fair fucking play. Like
right, I love. What? I'll move my face. Yeah, continue. What?
All right. I respect the fuck out of all of these bands, and I absolutely love 2 out of 3. I've never quite been able.
I know which 2 it is.
No, I've never been able to click with Opeth quite as much, but
Opeth is sick. In my opinion, I love Opeth.
They're fucking unbelievable musicians, and I do appreciate what they do, but it's never quite been my thing. But fucking Dillinger Escape Plan, one-off band, legitimate one-off band. I am fucking really sad that I never got to see them live, and Rivers of Nihil make my penis explode. So that's that. But so
wasn't it a saxophone part on the last album? That definitely did it.
Oh, it was so good. Oh, mate, when I first heard that, I did literally just go like, this is like fucking manna from the heavens. It's so good. But yeah, so this
I'm getting that feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like the prog tech like kind of day, right?
Yeah. Weird time signatures type of thing, yeah, and just weird sounding music, because Opeth, if you don't know Opeth, how have you gone this long without even hearing the name Opeth? Michael Wackfeld, he's got a very big brain up there, and he can perfectly link like these really nice acoustic parts into these fucking death metal parts with his awesome sounding growl.
He's one of the best growlers ever, man. Easy.
Yeah, Dillinger Escape Plan. I don't know what the fuck those guys were taking, but I mean, literally just listen to the song Milk Lizard. I know Milk Lizard was their first, like, that's one of the first songs I heard by them. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because there's that weird piano solo in the middle.
Yeah.
The fucking guitar solo is just all weird. And then all of a sudden it's really melodic and he's singing nicely. He's not just like doing his like, wait, yeah.
Dillinger are like one of those bands who Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I have
yeah.
that's the
Also,
thing.
would be
I
fun to
listen
see
to those
live.
guys and I have no idea how the fuck they wrote they like how do you sit
Yeah,
down and write this music? How do you practice
music.
to the
Yeah.
point of memorizing it? And then how once memorized do you play it like that fucking
Do you
cleanly?
play it live? How once memorized as well as a vocalist? How once memorized do you fucking beat yourself in the head all the time and jump and climb on shit and still remember what the fuck you're singing?
Did
The
you
guy
ever
made his fucking own head bleed once, right? He fucking smacked it with his microphone and shit.
did you ever hear about the time they played Reading and they were getting they I can't remember who they were on before, but it was like not where the Dillinger Escape Plan needs to be, and they were getting
Oh, definitely
bottled.
not at Reading.
They were
Oh my
getting
god.
bottled, right? And the fucking
Whose
the
idea
lead
was it for
singer
Dillinger to be at Reading?
Greg Puciato, right? Fucking took a shit into a plastic bag and threw it into the crowd.
Oh,
uh,
that man is an anomaly.
yeah,
That man is an anomaly. I bet he's a really fucking nice guy, but I swear on stage he's a fucking insane, mentally diseased
they are
idiot.
they are arguably like possibly the most like insane unhinged live band ever in their prime. They were on a
Yeah.
different league, but yeah, fucking fat booking. And then we move on to the reigning the big like hot new name in like progressive tech death, and like they are yeah I love what they go
Yes.
for.
Because their last album, Where Owls Know My Name, was pretty well received.
Yeah, for good reason, man. It was fucking massive. Like it's like sonically, like
Saxophone.
huge album.
The
Like listen to that with headphones
saxophone.
on. Feels like I've always said like I like music that feels as though it takes me away to a different place, and that sums that up completely. Like it's like a different like dimension you're entering when you listen to that. It's beautiful.
So yeah. Uh that is my day 2, stage 3.
Excellent, excellent, mate. That's fucking solid. I think you're gonna get all of
I
the.
thought it was a bit weak because I thought it may not make sense, but I was going with the idea of these are like proggy, weird time signature type of bands.
Matt,
Especially Dillinger.
I think you've done extremely well there, right? So, day 2, stage 3. So again, we are back to the room of doom, and you've gone super like techie proggy kind of thing.
You're gonna go really dumb now.
Mate, no, we're getting fucking sad and moody
Oh, excellent.
we're
Excellent.
getting
Excellent.
fucking a bit sad and a bit bleak.
Is there a bunch of depressive black metal bands playing?
No, it's really sad, like doom, different kinds of sad doom, like kind of like melancholy. To the first one, for my first booking is legitimately one of my favorite bands. They're called Warning. Have you ever listened to Warning?
I have been meaning to, because what's the album that so many people like? I know the album covers
Uh,
like
the
a guy
fucking
carrying
one.
like big like tree or something.
Oh no, that's Wilderun. You're thinking of Wilderun, I
No,
think.
no, no, no. No, no, no. You keep talking, and I
All right,
will.
okay,
If I
but
stop,
Warning,
I'll look it up.
Warning are like one of the saddest metal bands of all time. They like legitimately like make me like nearly cry. And
Yeah,
I just
I was
I,
watching a White X Him vinyl review. Not vinyl review, vinyl collection thing, and he was talking about Warning inside of it, and said everyone should go listen to this. The album that I'm thinking of is Watching from a Distance.
yes, yeah, no, that is it's a beautiful fucking album, man. And it's mainly carried by that lead singer, and he just has like a legitimately heartstring wrenching voice. It's just like, and all of the songs are about like loss and like loved ones dying and like love leaving and the fact that everyone has to fucking die. I'm basically just gonna have that fucking stage just fucking like weep their eyes out. But I've
Yeah,
always wanted to see them live. I
at
know
least
Aaron,
at least you put them like one of the first ones. If they're that sad, at least people can maybe be uplifted. I don't know what's coming next. It might be even sadder.
well,
People might
so
want to kill themselves after this one. I don't know whether that's a good idea.
we're getting things going on the sad start so that we can be uplifted afterwards. But yeah, that would be a powerful experience to watch with a bunch of other people who are fans, I think. Secondly, we are having one of the fucking legends of Doom in general, like definitely like have their fucking way of being a bit melancholy, but basically the kings of epic Doom, Candlemass, the first fucking
Love those guys. They are.
Yes.
I actually, yeah. I say I don't really like doom metal, but Black Sabbath counted and Candlemass is counted. I remember when I first heard Candlemass, I heard Bewitched. I thought it was really weird, but I listened to it again very recently, and it's fucking good.
Yeah, the very first metal band I ever liked with like proper falsetto vocals, like because I used to like not be into that, but they made that click for me. I think Candlemass are fucking amazing, man. There's there's two albums of theirs from the 80s in particular I just think are legitimately quite flawless. Amazing fucking band. Like I think that would definitely be up from Warning. Like obviously still very gloomy and dark, but it's more of a, you've got the heavy metal power more with those guys. Yeah, it would be glorious. And then we move into my final booking, which is we're bringing back everyone's favorite like frontman who appeared in a Playgirl shoot, Peter Steele himself. We're bringing back Typo Negative because
absolutely.
I fucking love Typo Negative. I didn't get into them like that long ago, but like considering the fact that I think they are ridiculously unbelievable. I got into them like maybe a year and a half ago. And I just thought, like, because they loads of people were always going on, man, Typo Negative are a one-off. And then I got into other goth music. And then I was like, oh, yeah, like, in terms of goth metal, like, those guys are considered, like, kind of the kings of it. And, yeah, I listened to October Rust and just went, oh, this is like...
it makes you, like... I remember watching a Killbot Gorgor Attack video. I don't know if you watch...
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
the other one where it's like you listen to different metal records each week, each day of 1 week. So like one day he listened to Municipal Waste, so he's going around the street thrashing and like drinking beer and shit. One day he was listening to fucking black metal, so he waited till night until he could fucking like record a black metal music video. And then one day he listens to Typo Negative, and he like just goes up to the freezers and he's like, oh, there's no pizza left, and just fucking puts himself into the freezer and starts crying. And then afterwards he's like, he tries to get his cat to come onto his lap, and his cat doesn't come onto his lap, and he's like, oh, no one loves me. And then he fucking lies down on the sofa listening to it. He's like, this pillow's too good for me. I don't deserve the comfort of a pillow, and just chucks it. And then finally just winds up sleeping underneath his bed, crying and sobbing because of how fucking sad Typo Negative makes you feel.
They are a pretty sad band. They're also like, Peter Steele is maybe the biggest womanizer in the history of like metal. Like he like, because the guy was like 6'7". He was like and legit, like we hear interviews and he's like, well, I started making our band goth because I like goth chicks. Like, yeah,
Man was wanting the big titty goth GF before anyone else.
He like, if like big titty goth GFs from back in the day, he slept with them. He just did. Like he was all over that stuff. But yeah, he's like they definitely do get the female crowd, and they definitely do a lot for them. So yeah, we're gonna be catering to the female demographic plenty as well. But yeah, I'd love to see them live. I love Peter Steele. I think that he was a ridiculous songwriter, and he does something which I really like, which is he takes the music completely seriously, but at the same time he has like this dry sense of humor. He just takes the piss out of himself.
I've seen some of the interviews that he's done. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, the guy was fucking hysterically funny. Like, there's
and I don't even think he was really trying, because like half the time he'd just be like, oh yeah, and he'd say something and he'd just have no reaction as everyone else just fucking dies of laughter, and he's just like,
yeah.
Why is everyone laughing?
he was a one-off, old Peter Steele, you know. And I'd love to bring them back, and that would definitely be a huge pull that stage, because, like, you know, they haven't been around since. Well, I mean, Peter Steele died in like 2010, I think. So, you know, like, bring him back for one final show, get everyone involved. It's going to be great. But yes, we are now moving on to what are we moving on to? I've lost my thing. Day 1.
Day 3.
Day 3, stage 1.
Day 3, stage 1. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right.
One moment here. Let's just let it load, and then we click. Ah, the logo's been cropped.
Oh boy, we're fucking mates. So essentially, you're just having, like, hey, do you like death metal? Like all of them?
Yeah.
Do you like all of the death metal?
I know who the death metal big 3 is: Death, Morbid Angel, and Cannibal Corpse, definitely in it. But I didn't know who to put there, because, like, there's so many you could put.
Yeah, there is.
And I decided Obituary is the fucking way to go, because, I mean, it's fucking Obituary. Also, nice little inconsistency. I've been writing everything in words, and now I decided to put a 3. So there might be more of that in my PowerPoint.
No, it's all good. We can think, mate. This is. Oh, mate. Like, this is gonna fucking knock my ass off.
You know what? I put both Cannibal Corpse logos not because Chris Barnes is coming back. I definitely don't want him coming back. I mean, if we could have fucking 90s era, like early era Cannibal Corpse, like from Eaten Back to Life to I guess the Bleeding era, fucking Chris Barnes, Cannibal Corpse, then yeah, sure. But if we're having like George and Chris Barnes swapping mid-set, like Chris Barnes plays his songs and George plays his songs, not happening. We say it every single episode, but I'm not hearing fucking me. I want a boss.
Oh, we can't go a single episode without bashing him, can we? It's impossible.
If seriously though, if I could have it swap out for like each of their songs, I'd have the Bleeding era, because he started doing like his like if I was over, it's not over, but it actually sounded fucking good.
Yeah.
And as well, his stage presence at that point was really fucking sick. He'd always have his hair over him, and when you'd see his eyes would be rolled up like this, and he'd just be like,
yeah. He looked pretty scary.
Yeah, so obviously we're bringing Chuck Schuldiner back.
Of course we are.
Dead.
Oh,
because that man
miss
is
you.
fucking amazing man. We're having modern day Obituary. I do not mind having modern day Obituary, because I mean, the latest album that they dropped was pretty good, and I'm excited to see what they do next.
Yeah, I thought the most recent Obituary was pretty good. Like, I've only listened to it a couple of times, but it's pretty good.
However, they'll have one thing: we need to open up with Chopped in Half, like no one on stage, and like they all walk on stage, and it just starts like and fucking John Tidy comes running. Yeah, John Tidy comes running on stage and goes, "The time's in now. Feel the blood from your mouth." My neighbors fucking hate me. Anyway, and doing the fucking mic shit and doing his mic dancing that he does. Obituary is a fun band for being a slow one. I mean, they definitely slow it down for you.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah,
as
definitely.
it goes, it's Obituary first, then Morbid Angel, then Cannibal Corpse, and then obviously we're ending up with Death, because people are gonna be like, "Whoa, Chuck Schuldiner is back from the grave," and everyone's gonna be fucking having a fun time. And we're not playing Sound of Perseverance songs. I know that Chuck enjoys them, but it's not Death. It's Control Denied. Get them off the set list.
Yeah, no, fair.
That's just
fair
my
enough.
opinion.
Fair
We're
enough.
having lots of leprosy. We're having lots of leprosy. The stuff that Chuck Schuldiner hates, but you know.
No, we're having like the fucking death metal standards. Absolutely, that is
Actually, and as well, as far as Morbid Angel goes, I don't mind having Steve Tucker, because I'd rather have Steve Tucker than wait, is it Steve Tucker, right? The one that did Formulas?
Yeah.
Gateways.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I know we literally did a fucking Morbid Angel ranking, but it escaped me. But I like to have Steve Tucker, because he's got like a better growl, and I think that works better live.
Yeah, no, these days,
So yeah,
I would agree with you. I think I would definitely agree with you. But mate,
yeah.
I would be so happy. I've got to say though, for me, where you've got the old obituary, I know it might be a little bit out of place because they're not American, but I'd have bolt thrower. That's just me. I would.
You know what? In the middle of this, when we start recording, I was like, wait, I totally should have fucking put bolt thrower.
Yeah, although mate, obituary would be fucking
represent our country.
yeah, but
But at the
still a
same
shout.
time, it would be bringing back two people, two bands together though.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
thing.
true. I think I've done a bit of that later on, but fuck it, it's all right. Fucking solid day.
But
That is
however,
a
the
solid
obituary is still
day.
fun because, like I say, they open up with chopped in half, and you're already having a good time. Everyone's doing a circle pit immediately.
Absolutely, they can just play a bunch of fucking slowly we rot stuff, and I can fucking bang my head.
Yeah,
Lovely, lovely, right?
Yeah, and enough is going to hear James Murphy rip some solos over Cause of Death stuff. And we can hear like Inked in Blood stuff because that album's sick. I do really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it is good, man. This is just giving me so much homework.
Well.
I have to revisit a bunch of obituary. Like I haven't sat down to listen to obituary in too long. I need to change that.
But do an obituary discog ranking at some point.
Man, it's happening. It's just happening. But all right, actually,
then. Like most of the bands that we're showing today are definitely happening. Anyway, that's my day 3.
All right, excellent.
Stage 1.
Excellent. Right. So my day 3, stage 1. So this is. I'm basically naming this like the spectacle day because all of these bands are bands that put on a fucking show. So this is me sort of going.
So my day 1, stage 2.
Yeah, yeah. So this
not
is
like that.
Kind of, but you'll see. So opening up, we've got a monomath because I don't care what you think or don't think about their music, but their live show is fucking excellent. They come out in the boats. They're all decked out in their Viking stuff. You know, like the stage looks all fucking. You know, it's all decked out to the Norse.
Raise your horn.
Yeah, exactly. They get the fucking crowd to sit on the ground and row their boats. It's a fun time for everyone. Right? Is it? Do I just say get that? Oh no, I think they've done it before as well. But I think Hailstorm might be a bit better known for doing that. But we're opening up with the monomath. That's going to be a great way to open up. And then we are moving into Slipknot because obviously, right? We're having Slipknot.
Oh, actually, technically, last paid show I saw and my first metal show. Because obviously I was into Slipknot really into Slipknot back then.
Yeah.
Last year, around in this month, I believe, I went to see Slipknot, and obviously they've got a lot of money now. So they are very fun to see because fucking Sid has his own treadmill. So not only is he breakdancing now, he's breakdancing on a fucking treadmill.
Amazing.
Fucking Tortilla Man's actually really fun live.
Yeah, no, he goes hard, man. He goes really hard.
Joey Jordison goes fucking hard, honestly.
Oh, what you mean the new drummer?
No, not Joey. Sorry, not Joey. No, I meant the new drummer. I forgot Joey's the old drummer, isn't he? I forgot the new drummer's name now.
Jane Weinberg.
Even though, yeah, that's it. Even though, and then offers the new bassist as well, who's from the UK. He's a British guy as well. They all fucking go hard. That's for sure.
They do still go fucking ridiculously hard live. Their stage show is hench. Like I saw them on the Grey Chapter tour, and their stage all of their stage stuff just looked epic. There was a fucking huge horned head above the stage. There was shitloads of pyro. It was great fun, right? So
they do love their pyro.
They do love their pyro, especially.
And isn't most of it designed by Clown as well? Isn't most of the vision done by Clown as well?
Yeah, he's very much like the mastermind of all their aesthetic stuff, and I mean, he is the heart of that band in many ways. But yeah, we're moving into Slipknot. But then we're ramping up the pyro because then we're going Rammstein, the kings of pyro. They are the
kings, absolute fucking kings of pyro. Yeah, they are.
They are like, I think there's a pretty, like, if someone was to say to me, I think that Rammstein are the best live band in metal, that's a fair shout because they are unfucking real. Their pyro is on a different level. They've got that Cirque du Soleil kind of thing going on where it kind of feels like a freak show. They are ridiculous. Like, I do need to get on that as soon as possible. As soon as they're doing an arena tour, I need to see Rammstein. But yeah,
what's that fucking song? Hold on 1 second before you move on to your next band. Because my dad went to see them very recently, and I don't know if they've always done this. I don't remember the song. The song's fucking hilarious though.
Many of their songs are extremely hilarious. They're quite a hilarious band.
Yeah, but this one is like extremely funny. Their song "Pussy." That's it.
Oh yeah,
the song "Pussy."
Yes.
Where he's literally just talking about how they should shag.
Yeah, and, you have a pussy.
The best part
I
about
have a dicker.
I have a dicker. Let's do it quick. But my dad saw them recently, and they get the pussy cannon out. So basically, it's a fucking huge cock, and it just sprays you with all the Rammstein cum.
All of it at once. I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's like, it's artificial, obviously.
I fucking hope so. Otherwise, they're getting like that. That goes against all levels of like hygiene and decency. But yeah, fucking, we're getting Rammstein out, and they're gonna get up to all level of fucking like German on stage hijinks, and it's gonna be a great time. They're never anything less than a great time live. And I'm actually booking one of the bands that you booked earlier for my final one on this stage, because I thought there's no bigger spectacle that you could have, not visually, but in terms of a pull of like, holy fuck, like they're back, than Pantera. Like the big return of Pantera as the final fucking band on that stage.
Yeah, I mean, Dimebag, fucking kudos to that man. He would not miss a note, and he'd be running around and fucking just throwing himself everywhere. I love watching Dimebag play like live performances. I wish I could fucking play like that. Like, there's
an amazing story that Rob Flynn once told, where they were on tour together back in like the late 90s, and apparently like Dimebag came out from their dressing room, and he somehow managed to get through 2 bottles of whiskey, and he was absolutely done. Like, everyone looked at him and went, how the fuck is this man going to get up on stage and play? They were literally due to get on stage and play, and he had done 2 bottles of whiskey, right? He then grabbed one of he was just like, hey man, how are you gonna do it? He said, you can't go out on stage, and he just took like Rob Flynn's guitar out of his hand and just smashed it on the floor and went, fuck you, I do what I want, and then went to the stage, got his guitar, right, barely able to stand, and didn't miss a fucking note. Then he did not miss a note. Absolutely,
that man
drunk.
Is a machine on guitar. Well, he was a machine.
He was. And then the next day, when he sobered up, he didn't remember any of the show, any of it. And Rob told him what had happened, and he apparently like nearly broke down into tears, because he was like, if someone broke one of my guitars, I'd be so serious. I'm so sorry. And he gave him to apologize. He gave him a one of a kind. He basically gave him one of his best guitars, like that he cherished. But yeah, fucking, we get to see the legendary Pantera back on stage. It's both a self-indulgent book, and it's also one that is just gonna, like, the whole fucking festival is gonna come for that. It's gonna be hench. Yeah. It's gonna be the metal event of the fucking of the new millennium so far. Basically, it's gonna be ultimate. It's going to be unbelievable. But yeah, that is my final band for my day 3 on my main stage. So tell me about your day 3 on your second stage.
Right, my second stage. Yes, you are correct on that.
Yeah, I actually got it right this time.
Gonna have to move my
mate, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh my
If you can
God.
see what I've done here, I've used bands. Your mic died again. I've used bands who like the environment and don't like people.
Oh, this is such a good lineup. This is so good. I think I'd just bust a nut if I saw these bands playing
Mate,
together.
I would as well. We've got fucking, and as well, like we've got each nationality of that, like, because Gojira from France, big up my country.
Yeah.
Man Must Die from Australia, and then Cal Decap from the US.
I thought Man Must
Um,
Die were English.
Are they? I
I
thought they were
no, I think
Australian.
they're Scottish, man. I'm fairly
Are
certain
they?
let me look this up. Keep talking, I'll look
Yeah.
it up.
Maybe I got them confused with Psychroptic, because they're also like a tech death band.
Yeah.
But I obviously Gojira and Cal Decap are very much like about the environment. Cal Decap is very much fuck people. Gojira is more poetic about it and like we can do something. A Man Must Die. Well, if the fucking name of their band doesn't tell you, then
yeah,
well,
exactly.
I mean,
And
the
yeah,
thing
no,
that
they're from Glasgow, by the way. Which, to be honest,
oh
like if
holy shit,
like people who are from Glasgow generally tend to not like people much. So
yeah,
for sure.
absolute misanthropist. I remember the first song I heard by them was Kill It, Skin It, Wear It, which is fucking pretty obvious what that's all about. Oh yeah, I love that fucking part. I mean, if I ever get to see them live, I mean, being able to just sing "Kill It, Skin It, Wear It" would be so fucking
How
fun.
the
Man.
fuck do you close your eyes and sleep better? Man, that fucking album, I was
That's the
fucking
first album I heard by them.
yeah, I like back when that came out, like 09 or 10 when that came out, I think.
Yeah.
And I like mate, when that came out, I didn't listen to much else for like 2 months. I was just obsessed with it. I just thought it was like this one of the sickest things. Like amazing band, underrated. I'm genuinely so glad you.
Oh yeah, underrated as shit.
Underrated as
I only listened to Man Must Die because it came up onto my Spotify, and obviously I'm a big Cattle Decap fan, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty Cattle Decap. Let's check it out. And it was like, yeah, this is tech death, and it's done really well, and I like the songs.
and they've got riffs out of the fucking ass.
Rare riffs out of yeah, that's a fucking way to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously Gojira are headlining the stage.
Yeah, obviously.
They're fucking huge. Also, it's a good way to end it because they would calm you down in a good way. And I think if like Kettle Decap ended with say Death Atlas or Times School Curtain, one of those songs, it would segue perfectly into Gojira.
Yeah, because that's definitely their attempt at like being more of more atmospheric for sure.
Yeah, and Gojira could have the entrance with like Toxic Garbage Island or something, like, or because like that fucking intro.
Oh mate, oh god, I tell you what, I'd like Gojira up there as one of the bands I need to see as soon as possible because
yeah.
What a band!
I also a good thing to know is I almost put Cattle Decap and Sanguisugo together because I remember Devin Swank said they were going to play with Cattle Decap, and I was like, yeah, this has to happen. And after I realized it might be more fun if I just did ones where they like the environment and don't like people.
Yeah, you can have like a fucking vegan stand set up alongside this stage, like a vegan food stand, and that, and like fucking.
Though, please do not attract the insufferable vegans, though.
It's all right. Sure. It's all right. Hopefully, it being a metal fest means that you don't get too many fucking like. I like almond milk.
The people in your band are vegan and they're cool about it, so you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like half of my band are vegan, and we don't. We've got some environmental stuff, but we don't get like full on like we're not like Morrissey going like meat is murder. Like,
yeah.
But mate, I think this might be your favorite, my favorite stage, like my favorite day.
It's obviously my favorite stage because it's got my French people in there, and as well, I mean, it's got.
Nah, mate,
it's got my favorite band. So
if
I'm literally wearing a Cattle Decap shirt, a long sleeve right now. So.
Of course, if I saw this in real life, I would die. I would legitimately just spontaneously
Like, oh, you already
combust.
said you'd not, and now you just die instead.
I mean, there's worse ways to
You'd
go.
not and die.
There's worse ways to go, 100%. But excellent, right? Right, we'll move on swiftly.
So your
Get my
day 3,
lovely
stage
face
2.
back up there. So that
Yeah.
was day 3, stage 2. Day 3, stage 2. All right, day 3, stage 2. Oh yes. So my day 3, stage 2 is what I like to call it's called the grind for your mind day, because I've decided
this better be fun. This better have like worm rot or insect warfare or something like that.
Mate, right, shut up, right.
Wait, have I guessed?
Yeah, right. So the first band that we've got playing is Agoraphobic Nosebleed, because they've never played live.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
They have played live.
Oh, really?
Remember when I told you about Slaves to the Grind, that documentary?
Yeah.
That documented their first time ever playing live.
Sick.
They probably haven't played a live show since, but
yeah.
No, that's like where I first heard that super chunky guitar tone, man. It was just like all the way fucking through. It was like hell yeah.
I got reminded of how much I love the Agorapocalypse album when I brought it up for the album art thing, because that is probably my favorite all-time album art. And I got reminded of it, and I was like, "Oh God, I love that fucking record." So I've been listening to that, the Despise You split, like even the fucking like the stuff they did back in the like the honky reduction stuff. Like, but Agorapocalypse for me is the one, and they are to me that would just be a fucking insane live experience. Like, I love that vocalist so much. He's got such an excellent sense of humor. Like, he's really easy to understand, but he sounds furious. Also, like, Kat, the female vocalist, isn't in the band anymore, which is a shame. So for this fantasy booking, I'm having her back because I love their like dual vocal attack that they get down with. Yeah, that's just going to be fucking.
Did you see the post on Umo where a guy said Slayer is for virgin incels, agoraphobic nosebleed is for chads with BDE?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the second part.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, if you're comparing agoraphobic nosebleed to Slayer, then yeah, Slayer's pretty fucking virgin.
Yeah, probably, but I mean, they've got brilliant fucking lyrics. I'd love to see that front man live. Just fucking give it. I reckon that would get rowdy as shit. Just fucking like inhuman blast beats and thrash riffs. Yes, please. That would be beautiful.
Yes.
My second band here.
Grind time for your one time.
Grind for your mind. The second band of fucking Worm Rot. You fucking psychic. Like,
oh mate, it's just because I know how much you fucking love this band, because I listened to them for the first time a while ago, and all I said was like, holy fuck, and you were like, that's the correct reaction.
Worm Rot is fucking crazy, and I've seen they actually played Glastonbury, which is madness. They had like I think was it Relapse had a stage at Glastonbury like a couple of years ago.
Sick.
Yeah, I think it was Relapse. I want to say it was. If it wasn't Relapse, it was one of the other sort of big, like sort of extreme labels. And yeah,
it had to be Relapse, right? Because when it's signed to Relapse.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly certain it was Relapse. And there's footage of them playing, and they just look. You know exactly how you want a grind band to look while they're playing, where it looks as though the band is about to fly off the fucking rails entirely. It was glorious, man. And ever since then, I've been wanting to see them live. So I'm booking Worm Rot. We're just gonna assault that audience with like fucking more blast beats than you can shake a stick at. And there's gonna be weird little bits of melody creeping up from underneath, and just a vocalist who sounds like he's trying to hock up a lung. And it's gonna be glorious, mate. Fucking, I really need to see.
Before you move on to your next one, I kind of want to have a guess at what your next one's gonna be. And I'm
It's not going to be it, but it's not going to be it because
They
they are not technically grindcore really, but they have an element. We've mentioned them already, but they're not.
Okay. All right. No, it's either Napalm Death or Pig Destroyer.
Mate, as much as should I have picked one of those? No, I shouldn't have because I went with my gut feeling.
Should you pick Pig Destroyer?
No, I didn't. I picked Anal Nathrak because I just thought like, to me, like they are one of the most fucking extreme bands, like in general. So if we're keeping up this fucking like this general assault of absolute like fucking then we're like Anal Nathrak getting up on stage and just absolutely fucking
and
annihilating.
as well, it continues those random bits of melody that Wormrot has.
Yeah, but even more so because you get those fucking big, like fucking epic.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Man,
it definitely evolves on it.
Dave Hunt is such a good vocalist because his scream is like one of the few which I'd say is legitimately kind of terrifying. Like he sounds. The guy doesn't sound well. Like he's one of those. He doesn't sound like he's doing metal vocals. He sounds like he's trying to get a demon out.
You want to go ask him if he's all right?
Yeah, legitimately, I would be.
I'll ask him if he's all right. Give him a hug.
No, I wouldn't want to touch him. He doesn't sound right. Like he doesn't sound right at all. But like, yeah, but then he can do that, and he can get these unbelievable, like, powerful kind of like clean sections. And I would get them to play stuff from throughout their career, like the really early, super nasty shit, all the way up to like the more rock modern stuff. Like I know a lot of people take issue with when they went sort of industrial dubstep, and there's even like loads of breakdowns on the most recent stuff. I like it. I'd get them played, and plus, mate, I can only imagine most recent would go off live.
Yeah. For fucking sure.
It would go off live like off of the one.
That is a sexy lineup.
Yeah, no, I would nut in my wee pants, but yeah, that just sounds fucking intense, does it not? All right, so now we're moving on to your final stage, which is day 3, stage 3. Hit me with it. I am excited.
Right. Can you see what I've done with day 3? It's basically all been fucking death metal. But here we have.
Oh Jesus!
Like the big boy brutal death metal band, and then 2 of my favorite brutal death metal bands. So,
mate. So I'm guessing you're starting off with Regurgitation, moving on to Mortal Decay, and then Dying Fetus. Is that the general? Yeah. So
PowerPoint got it right.
Yeah, the thing which I'm actually really like, I'm quite excited for with that is you get Regurgitation come on, who basically do like brutal death metal. It's just straight up enough that you can headbang to it, but there's enough also going on like musically that it's really interesting. But it's still fucking straightforwardly.
I would get them to play. Yeah, I would get them to play shit off of Conceive Through Vomit. If you haven't heard the Conceive Through Vomit EP, I think it's an EP. It's totally different to what Tales of Necrophilia would have been. I mean, he has these bits where the guitars are just doing these like weird sounding things, and he's not like doing his like fucking awesome sounding guttural. He's going like into the fucking mic. It's like got hella fucking reverb. It's just insane to listen to.
I can get with it.
Yeah, Regurgitation, it's fucking fast. There's fucking riffs and snare work. You like pingy snares? You like pingy snares and fucking brutal death metal? You have pingy snares. This guy loves to fucking just hit that snare. Also, the sick thing is every single band on here is now back together. Dying Fetus have always been together, and I have the lineup that exists now of John Gallagher, Sean Beasley, and Trey Williams, the death metal attorneys.
Yes.
Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh, they're promoting. I'm pretty sure they promote like Wrong One to Fuck With, and it goes like Gallagher, Williams, Beasley, and Associates, death metal lawyers here to help you. And it's just like, have you been subjected to a beating, or have you been subjected to a beating, or have justifiable homicide? Call
Oh, I
Gallagher,
love it.
Williams, Beasley, and Associates today, and reign supreme.
Oh, I love them getting all
It's
self-referential.
so fucking good.
You'll have to link me to that. That sounds
They do it
funny.
so much. They have a comic where they do it. They're excellent guys. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they seem like good
Regurgitation
dudes.
got back together when. Yeah, Regurgitation got back together when fucking the re-release on House Headbangers Tales of Necrophilia came out. I think they may have reformed a little bit before that, but they got back together. And I think in 2017, Mortal Decay got back together with John Paolini, who is the guy who does the vocals, like the fucking froggy vocals and the hardcore shouts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the best vocalist for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're working on new
kind.
material, so I'd love to hear the new material. And shit, I just like these. I mean, there are obviously more popular brutal death metal bands that I could have chosen. Obviously, Dying Fetus headlining because they're probably the most popular brutal death metal band I could think of.
The only other
two, I just
only other one is Suffocation, really.
Oh, Suffocation! I totally forgot about Suffocation for a second there. Suffocation are probably bigger, but I'd say Suffocation teeter-totter in that line of being tech.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's like technical brutal death metal, but like this is just day 3. I definitely just decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna go back and regress to what I love most, and that's death metal.
Self-indulgence, I love it. No, that is a fucking
I mean that is a fucking because as we were trying to say, you get through the pinginess and riffs of fucking Regurgitation. I mean, you'll have hopefully some parts off of Conceive Through Vomit where it's a little bit slower and a little bit weirder.
Man, I love the slow weird
you get
stuff.
The jazzier, you'll get the jazzy like fucking chromaticism they do with the like thrashy riffs they incorporate. Chronicles has definitely been played. That's my favorite Mortal Decay song. I fucking love
Chronicles. Mate.
However,
for
John
sure.
says he feels weird about that song because he has a 9-year-old, and in that song, obviously, he goes, "I remember my first. She was 9 years of age," and it's just I kept her teeth just to remind me of her smile. It's like he says, "I always feel a bit weird whenever I sing that one." I'm getting all this information from the interview Jimmy from the Block just did with Mortal Decay. Well, he did it a while back, but he's just released it, so I highly recommend you go watch it. It's fucking a good watch. And
again, more homework for me because you put me on Mortal Decay and I was floored by how fucking good they were. So yes, mate. What a brutal little day that is.
We end off with Dying Fetus, who have some chunky fucking parts, but can also hit you in the face of some tech. I mean, have you heard the fucking riff on like Praise the Lord, Opium of the Masses?
I would argue I don't think there's another band who can mix technical stuff with like slammy shit better than
definitely. No, absolutely not.
And like every bit of live footage I've seen with them, they sound
it's flawless.
They legitimately like are like tighter than you can imagine. It's mental. It's mental how fucking tight.
I don't think I've ever seen really much of a mistake. And the part that impresses me the most is fucking Beasley, the bassist, can keep up with what John Gallagher's doing. I mean, the best fucking part is when I watched the video for Your Treachery Will Die With You. Beasley sweep picks on bass along with Gallagher, and that just made me fucking lose it.
Yeah, no, they are like fucking consummate musicians. Mental. I
was very happy when you showed me Dying Fetus and told me to listen to them.
Mate, you were going to come across them anyway if you were into the old death metal. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, but like,
that is my last day and final stage.
No, I had a very similar reaction to Dying Fetus when I first came across them. What a fucking band.
Yeah, you made me listen to the wrong one to fuck with, and that definitely that floored me.
Nah, it is something else. It is something else. But yeah, all right then. I've got to admit, I've just realised I'm making a final thing to my final day. Right. So, day 3 of the Doom Room, right? We're basically ending this off by this is the sludge day. This is the sludge day. We're getting sludgy on the final day, right? And the thing I love about this day is that for me, this is like a perfect mixture, if I do say so myself, of me being self-indulgent, but also bringing in some fucking serious pull. So we're opening up without Admiral Angry. I've already told you about how much I fucking love Admiral Angry.
Yes, told. Yeah.
They are one of my favorite. That record is one of my favorite things ever put to tape. And I will never see them live because the guitarist died of cancer way too fucking young, which is a tragedy. And I need to see them live. So we're having Admiral Angry. They're going to play their entire back catalogue. I don't give a fuck what the rest of the audience thinks. They're playing everything, and I'm just gonna fucking.
I remember I did my homework and listened to it, and yeah, that was different. That's the fucking.
Still probably like one of the nastiest like tones I've heard on anything. It's like
absolutely.
It's like down tuned to a different level, mate. I don't know how they do it, but we're having Admiral Angry. And they're going to make me stink face so hard that I shit myself. It's going to be unbelievable. And then the second one, probably like one of the kings of sludge, but of like massive atmospheric sludge, which is Neurosis. And I've always wanted to see Neurosis, known for having one of the most like bleak confrontational live shows of any band. Like pretty famously, they went up during the 90s. They used to go up on stage and have a projector putting things behind them as they would play, and they'd have real footage of like people being murdered playing behind them as they were playing. Yeah, no, and
I'm surprised like, Fluids isn't going to be doing that.
Yeah, no, they will. I mean,
Have you seen the state of their Instagram?
Yeah, no, I refuse to browse that Instagram when I'm in fucking public. It's like oh, that's nice. That looks like good merch. Oh, that's a real dead man. Great. But yeah,
that's the guy pissing out of his ass. They had one where it was security cam footage, and it's this guy just literally pulls down his fucking trousers and just literally pisses out of his ass in like this parking lot. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Fuck the dead bodies. That was super weird.
Yeah,
no, don't fuck the dead bodies. Don't do that.
Well, Fluids probably do, but classy. But we're having Neurosis. Neurosis are basically going to level the fucking place. They are one of the most massively heavy sounding bands you can imagine. I mean, it is proper hatred for mankind kind of shit. I've always wanted to see them live, especially during that particular era. Apparently, like people said, they were terrifying. Like, and I love a terrifying live show. I haven't seen enough of them, and they are one of the kings of like genuinely oppressive. Mate, we will. I promise you, right? But then I'm bringing back a legendary band whose time with us was cut way too short by another death. So I've got two on here, which are like the thing. But fuck it, mate. I'm bringing back Acid Bath because
absolutely, yes, we are having that.
Yeah, we are. We are having
the
Acid Bath.
Entirety of When the Kite String Pops.
Yes, mate. I fucking love pagan terrorism tactics as well. I think like
everything they do is good.
Yeah, no, they are like they were well the fuck ahead of their time, I think, and like I love them. It's going to be a reunion show for the ages. They are one of the kings of sludge. What they do is really intense and unique, but like there's lots of variety, but it's all fucking like misanthropic and heavy and like, mate, that like I'm pleased with that as a fucking lineup right there. I think that is. I'm gonna walk away from that show hating everything in the best way.
That's what I'm gonna do when I walk away from my day 3 stage 2, where it's just everyone talking about how they hate people.
Exactly, you know,
how they hate us for destroying the planet. I'm just gonna want to either off myself or off everyone.
Or both. You know, you can kill two birds with one stone.
Or just eat something completely vegan and not just vegetarian.
Yeah, no, exactly. That'll be the final push over into like being completely plant-based. But yes, lovely misanthropic catharsis is where I'm ending. Mate, I've got to say, I think we picked some bangers there. I think we both did a very good job of representing our individual tastes, but also
I mean, I didn't do that on the field day. I just did the field day because it was funny.
But the field day would be like that would fucking make me die of happiness if I actually got to see just like
you might die at the same time as Phil.
No, yeah, but like the Anselmo spectacular, like mate,
also, I just remembered we got cattle decap at the festival, and unfortunately, they no longer have Derek Engerman as their bassist, but Derek plays in Phil Anselmo and the Illegals, so I still get to see Derek Engerman.
Yeah, beautiful.
Not playing bass though; he plays guitar. No, the field day is probably all right. Funniest field day, that's for sure.
But yeah, no, that was fucking hysterical when you put that up on the screen.
I'm a genius. What can I say?
No, that's definitely the funniest. Although I think my favorite of yours is definitely the Cattle Decap Gojira and Man Must Die. Like, that is serious business. That is serious business because there's enough variety there, but they are all fucking unbelievable bands in what they do.
And I still kept to a theme.
Exactly. Exactly. So, we get to all be fucking like environmentally conscious while banging.
I think my favorite of yours, probably because it's the freshest in my memory still, is the fucking the grind one. That one would be fucking insane.
No, the grind. The grind, the agrophobic nosebleed worm rot and anal nathrak is that's lethal. That's fucking lethal.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna take like the front row.
You'll be dead by the time they're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the fucking crowd would look like a gore apocalypse at that point. The police would actually have to intervene, but their fucking skin just melts off, so they're just a skeleton and shit. There would actually be an atomic bomb in the background.
Exactly, and like it's gonna be fucking like 20 riots happening at once, and they're gonna have to like fucking level the place with a carpet bomb. It's gonna be fucking apocalyptic, apocalyptic. But yes, mate, that's fantastic. I'm also. Do you think I should put this in the description? No. They have to watch it. They have to watch it. But I'm gonna write these down.
No, because all right, listen. I'm disappointed with you people because most of the people that watch this podcast obviously aren't interested in what we're talking about. They're only interested in us because they're trying to support us. Thank you very much. But at the same time, our average fucking where's it gone? Shit. I'm pretty sure like
have you actually been keeping on track with the statistics?
Oh yeah, I do.
Fair.
I do a lot of that stuff, but I'm pretty sure the average like watch time across all of our videos is like 6 minutes. So people get 6 minutes in and they're like, "Fuck these guys."
No, that's the thing. Once we get like into people who actually listen to this sort of thing, it will definitely come out. But man, we grind at this podcast.
I know George watches
enthusiastic on this podcast.
Thank you, George.
Thank you to everyone who's watching. If you're still watching, you're cool. I like you. I like you a lot.
Thank you. You're the real one. My computer shut itself.
But yeah, no. But thank you for still watching. And if you are still watching, go to the comments section and give me your festival fantasy booking. I want to see them and I want to rate them and I want to tell you how good they are or how shit they are.
Yeah, let's get a conversation going.
Let's get a conversation going. But yeah, mate, this has been.
They're all going to be wank.
Yeah, they're all going to be terrible. No, but I'm sure they're going to be good. But this has made me miss live music even more. I'm going to go and listen to like Destruction. I think I need to listen to like you. You reminded me how little I've listened to Destruction. I need to remember.
There's a lot of stuff I need to listen to now. I need to listen to that Warning album. Need to listen to that.
Warning album. No, mate. If you need to get a bit sad, Yes, you definitely do. You 100% do. But this has been the Bean Cells podcast. My fucking God, when a live show is going to come back, I'm dying over here. We love you. Thank you for listening, and we will be back next week.
Thank you for staying so far into this video.
Thank you. What are we due for next week? Is it
next week?
Are we doing the merch, or are we doing our metal roundup?
Well, it's not going to be metal roundup because it's not quite the end of the month at that point. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, next week.
So it's probably going to be that, or if we can come up with it, that spicy little interview.
Oh yeah, we won't say too much about that, but we might have an interview on our hands. A podcast first, so yeah.
Yes, people have asked us for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we will, we'll see what happens with that. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but we might be working on something. So stay tuned, stay brutal, and eat some beans.
Fucking beans.
Eat some fucking beans. I'll see you later. Much love. All right, where is the stop? There's a stop recording button. Love you. Or has it stopped?